Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. How are we doing today? I know I skipped last Wednesday from coming in live, but I am happy to be here today and I'm super excited to be sharing space with you. Come in and share her knowledge and everything that she has done through God Personal to help many of us, including me, in having a healthy gut. So while she jumps in here, one second, I'm trying. Oh, let me see. Let me know if you can see the invite, Jillian, because Oh, there he is. Hi, hi, hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good. I'm super excited that you're here. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing all your knowledge and magic with us because I have recently learned and been reminded of the importance of gut health. And I'm still in the process of learning it, but I figure that if you educate all of us, maybe many can be reminded of how important it really is.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my gosh, gut health is so important. That's why I just get so jazzed up whenever somebody wants to talk about it. I'm like, oh, let's get into it because it really is so important. And the truth of the matter is, many of us, women, men as well, struggle with a lot of gut issues. And sometimes people aren't even really aware that they have the gut issues because they think that those symptoms have just been normal, right? They've had them for so long that maybe they don't even realize that it's actually not normal to be bloated all the time, to not be going to the bathroom every day, to be feeling tired, low energy, to be lacking motivation. And the gut is truly the center of all health. So we can really hone in on and work on healing, rebalancing the gut. So many other areas of our health can also be improved because the gut is truly regulating it all. It's running the show.
I know, I know. I was recently reminded of this because I ignored a pain on the side. I ended up in the hospital for days, and then the antibiotics really did a number on me. So that's when I started the whole journey of like, how do I go back to the normal? And I think being a mom definitely normalized the whole conversation of like, I'm not pooping, are you? Because you know when you have kids, if your kids are not pooping every day, then there's like, okay, something's
Yeah.
going on. And then I don't know how we grow out of that, but it's still something not normal when adults don't poop every day.
That's so right. I'm always saying, let's normalize poop talk because it really is such an important conversation to bring up because many people are struggling. And, I struggled with my own gut issues for so many years. And I just thought it was normal to not be pooping every day. I just thought that girls don't poop. And, it wasn't until I really started learning and I became a registered dietitian and specializing in gut health that I started to realize that it's really not normal. And I began to notice how many people are truly struggling and maybe we're not always talking about it. So I'm really excited that, now we can be bringing this into the space, talking about gut health more and the importance of it because it really is so, so important. And once we can really fix the gut, so many other things can be fixed as well. And we can just be feeling better in our bodies because I truly believe we all deserve to feel really, really good and live our absolute best lives, but we can't do that if we feel like crap.
Right, right. And I think that many of us, especially girls, tend to justify the fact that, well, it's just low energy because I think my period is coming or I'm probably hungry. Like we are so quick to justify something that we know our body is telling us something's off. And
Right. Right. And that's the thing. And so many times when we have symptoms, that's your body's way of communicating with you and telling you, hey, something is up. Let's take a little look below the hood to see what's going on. But in modern society, I feel that many of us have kind of lost that connection with our body. Maybe we don't quite understand these cues that it's telling us, or we just kind of shove it under the rug and we just try to ignore it. And our symptoms, they always start off as little whispers. It's kind of your body like tapping you on the back, like, hey, something's going on here, something's not quite right. And the more we ignore those and the more we just kind of continue to grind down on our gut health, then eventually those whispers will begin to turn into screams. And that's when really people can start feeling really, really crummy. And so I always am trying to empower women. I work with predominantly women, so I always say women, but men as well, that if you have symptoms that it's not just in your head, that those symptoms are so, so real and that you deserve to feel really good and get down to the bottom of them.
Yeah, so what are some of those whispers that are maybe we can start inviting everybody to stop ignoring? So if you have any of these symptoms, recognize that it's a whisper and it's no longer okay to wait for the scream. I mean, you can wait for the scream, but the scream is coming. So
Yeah.
maybe
Yes, exactly. So it's going to be any of those more overt digestive symptoms. So things like the bloating, lots of gas, bathroom issues, whether you're not going every day or you're going too much, any like reflux, heartburn, nausea, anything like that definitely are some signs that you have some gut imbalances going on. But what also can look like gut issues that people aren't always aware of is feeling tired all the time, not having energy, having wonky hormones, really heavy periods, painful PMS, skin issues, lots of food sensitivities, any issues with the immune system. Sometimes people can struggle with different autoimmune conditions. We have to take a look at the gut because the gut controls all of these things. So even if you don't have those obvious digestive symptoms, if you have any of those other things I talked about, definitely take a look at your gut health because your gut is running the show.
yes, absolutely. So Ashley is saying that you're two powerhouse woman right here and love your magnesium. I love the magnesium too. And hi, Ashley.
Good. It's so good. And I mean, it is truly the bestseller at Gut Personal for a reason because it really, really works. And I also work with clients and to actually fix their gut issues where we do a lot of testing. And I test my clients for different nutrient deficiencies. Every single client that I've worked with is deficient in magnesium. Oh, about 2/3 of the population is deficient in magnesium. And there's so many different reasons for that. It's difficult to get enough magnesium from our food. It's not really in our soil. With modern agriculture, our soil has just been depleted of those really important minerals like magnesium. And also, magnesium is one of the first nutrients to go when we're stressed out. So modern lifestyle just is the perfect recipe for being too stressed, right? Whether that be physical stressors and toxins and chemicals or going through a global pandemic, our bodies are plowing through magnesium like crazy, but we're not bringing it in from food. And so we get into this magnesium deficient state. So supplementing with magnesium can be such a game changer. And so many of our customers absolutely love it because they notice a difference so quickly.
Yeah, but I feel like you don't know what you don't know, right? But I think
Yeah.
at personal is amazing because you don't have to know. So there's a quiz that you can actually just go in and take and just come. Obviously, be honest because if you lie to your quiz, then you're probably gonna not get the quite recommendations that you're needing. But it is asking you to just review and it gives you a recommendation. And even if so, for me, the magnesium didn't come up, but I know that I work out. I knew I was stressed because I was writing a book, and then I just got it, and oh my god, best sleep of my life. Yeah, me, I'm a mother of two toddlers, so yes, they still wake me up in the middle of the night. Yes, but it is such a game changer that you don't realize until you're like, I was not sleeping.
Right. So true. It's so important for our sleep. It's so important for our gut health and our mood and our energy. It's a very important mineral. And so I love that you got it, even though it wasn't on your supplement recommendations. You know that magnesium is so important. Magnesium is one of those that I tell everybody, get on a magnesium supplement. It's so, so important. And I love that you brought up the quiz because you're right. You don't have to know how to do this all on your own. You don't have to know what supplements you need to take because the truth is there's a lot that goes into it. That's why we created this free quiz to help people figure out, okay, based off of these symptoms, these are the appropriate supplements for you. So it takes all the guesswork out.
Right, right. And also, not only that, so you get the recommendation in a super nice email, and then you can always reach out to somebody and say, like, how am I taking this? Like, how, what morning or night? I know that I recently reached out to you, and I'm like, am I good to implement this on top of it, this and this and this? And I am so glad that I did because like I mentioned, I am mom of two toddlers, but they're all, somebody's always sick in the school. There's always somebody sick, and I'm implementing the little tiny gummies of the kids love it.
Good.
They so I made it like a treat. You eat your dinner and then you get
Yeah. Oh my God, they taste so good. I love it. Yeah, these are new supplements too that we have, are the chewables for the kids, and they taste so amazing. I always say adults can take them too because they're the perfect little treat. They're delicious and they're super, super good for you. They're all natural ingredients, so you can feel good about putting them in your body as well as your kids' bodies.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I mean, what else should we mention? Because I know, I mean, the
Which
I go ahead, go ahead.
I was going to ask you, what probiotic are you taking? So I would also say, whenever someone's thinking, okay, where should I start? I always say go to the quiz, and that'll help you out a lot. Or where I always say is start with the magnesium, which is the miracle worker, and a good probiotic. Like those two are a great place to start. So which probiotic do you take? Are you doing the booster, right?
Yes, the booster right now. Yes, because I'm still like after the whole doctor thing. I feel like the booster, and then I just started implementing the probiotic. I don't know if I'm
Oh, the
pronouncing it right.
prebiotic, yes. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that so much. Yes. So the probiotics are so, so great. What I always tell people is don't just take any old random probiotic. One of my biggest pet peeves is when you go to the doctor and you say, I have gut issues, and they say, oh, just take a probiotic. Like it's that simple. Just take a probiotic. And the truth is, if you have a lot of gut issues, sometimes taking a random probiotic can actually make things worse. And maybe somebody who's listening to this is like, yeah, I tried taking a probiotic and I felt worse. And yes, so you have to take a very specific probiotic that's tailored to you. So the quiz will help you figure out exactly which probiotic you need. You're doing the booster, which I love the booster. That one is a very powerful but gentle rebalancing to the microbiome. So it's going to help get rid of the bad bacteria and help boost up the good bacteria so you really restore that balance, but it does it in a gentle way. So if you have a lot of gut issues, that is always the one that I recommend starting with because it's so gentle. It's not going to make you feel super terrible and crummy. And I love that you brought up the prebiotic. Kind of the difference between a prebiotic and a probiotic is a probiotic is the actual live bacteria that's good for our gut. The prebiotic is the food for that bacteria. So I love taking a prebiotic and a probiotic together because then you're bringing in that good bacteria and you're also bringing in the food that that bacteria needs to thrive and flourish in your gut.
Oh wow! I had no idea.
There you
The
go.
whole I mean, for a long time, I was that person, and they told me just add a probiotic, and I went to Amazon Prime, and their recommendation was whatever, and I felt nothing. There was no difference. There was not nothing, and then it wasn't until I started getting like not obsessed, but I started like, okay, something has to give because this is real. That I found it personal, and I'm so glad that I did because I kid you not, between like 3 days, I could tell the difference.
Oh my goodness. It is. It's quick when you get those personalized supplements that are tailored for you. That's when really people can start noticing a difference because it's addressing exactly what you uniquely need. And we're all unique individuals. We're all very different. So we all need different supplements for our unique bodies. And so that's really what we're doing over at Gut Personal is helping you get the ones that are appropriate for you.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, but then again, just super quick reminder, because I know that when I was doing research, I was completely overwhelmed, and I'm not a nutritionist, and I'm not gonna claim to even be close to it. But I knew that thankfully, to the quiz made me feel like, okay, I'm making an educated decision because because the questions were like, oh, they actually do know what I'm struggling with. How do they know? Like it's you know.
Yes.
So
And that is truly such a huge important thing for us is empowerment. We want our customers to feel empowered about what they're taking and why they're taking it. So it's not just, willy-nilly random, like I don't even know what I'm putting into my body. We really want to provide the education as well so that people can feel really good about the choices that they're making for their health.
yes, absolutely. And then I started digging on the fact that the website offers lots of research. You are into that, and if you want to read it, and I had my moment of like, I need to know exactly what's coming into my body.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna Amazon Prime it. No hate to Amazon Prime. I'm a huge fan, but when it comes to something that comes inside my body, I'm a lot more strict these days, and it has been a like life changer. Like, and for my kids too, the Defender, it has kept us going to school every day, which is a win.
Exactly. Yeah, we have a ton of research on our website for those who do like to read into these sort of things and get more information. We have it's called the Supplement Library, and it's just a free resource on our website that people can go and read up on these things because I mean, I love it too. I love reading about the research. I love knowing what I'm putting into my body, and so we want to provide that to everybody as well.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, well, I will tag all the website, like the website, I'll tag you, and anything else that we should probably mention before we wrap up.
Yeah, I would say the last thing is maybe thinking about some of the fall inspired supplements. We have some really great ones that are very important as we start transitioning into the fall months. So, if you ever struggle with things like seasonal allergies, the Rescue is so great. Also comes in those chewables like we were talking about for the kids. The Defender is my all-time favorite immune support. So, as we get into the cold and flu season, your kids are going back to school or daycare, bringing home germs. Immune support's really, really important. So that's called the Defender, which just keeps you really healthy and keeps your immune system strong. And so those are the two that I recommend as we start transitioning into fall time, can be really, really supportive just to help you continue to feel really good.
Yes, and a quick tip that I learned from you actually, but for your kids, so like what I did before I got the chewable parts, I opened the tablet and I put it onto their breakfast, the smoothie I was serving, and they don't notice it, they don't taste it, and they are still getting the nutrients. So if you look into what the nutrients are there, you will feel comfortable enough to keep giving these things to your kids.
Yes.
I'm, I'm a huge fan, and so are my kids. They are winners. Like,
Oh, good. I'm so happy. Well, this was such a great conversation. Thank you so much for having me on here.
yes, thank you so much for coming and sharing your knowledge. Like, I learned so much about the feeding your good bacteria. I was like, wow. And I read up. But anyway, thank you, Jillian. Thank you so much for today.
Thank you.
I will tag her because she's amazing. Don't come with questions. She knows best. But I probably ask questions and you should get into personalized supplements because in like a matter of 3 days you can start feeling the difference. So have a great day. Thank you for joined and talk to you soon.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.